Carnage on Wall Street. With shares of the major financial stocks plummeting, it's triggering a major sell-off in the markets. The damage, widespread.
Nasdaq's plunging, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is plunging, and oil is plunging.
Literally 180 points just added to the decline. You can hear the hollering on the floor. We're down 260 literally in a split second right now. The Dow Jones Industrial Average now 500 points on the decline.
The headline of a new housing report is grim, that this is shaping up to be the worst real estate market in a generation.
We are now at the highest point there, 724. That was the biggest loss we've seen today. That is, we are now in historic territory.
Investors are getting their heads handed to them as another U.S. banking institution nears collapse. Now, the president's working group is going into emergency meetings with the Secretary of the Treasury and the Federal Reserve Board.
The President's Chief of Staff is calling back in an hour. He's with the President. He's going to want to know what I think we should do.
This isn't killer's able, Bill. And this is too big to fail.
This is just an insane situation.
This is now. There's about 70+ trillion out there in credit default swaps held by roughly 17 banks, and we do not know where the bottom is.
How much are you guys thinking?
At least 5.
I think 6.
Bill, I frankly think Harry and Charlie are low. I think we're talking 7, 8.
100 billion?
Selling this to Congress is the problem. They're gonna want to know where the money's going. They'll jawbone this to death.
Scare them.
How?
Tell them the truth. The government's got to restore confidence. If we don't stop the bleeding, in 3 days, half the banks in this room are out of business. In 5 days, we're all gone.
You men realize what you've done here? You are asking for the biggest bailout in the history of this country. You're talking nationalization, Breton. Socialism. I have fought it all my life.
And if we don't get it, Bill, there won't be any history. Music stops. Ball's over.
Julie.
1929. It'll get worse now because it'll go faster. Money markets will dry up around the world by the end of the week. ATMs will stop spitting bills. Federal deposit insurance will collapse. Banks will close. Mobs panic. It's going to be the end of the world, Bill.